In the northern fog where pine forests breathe against the edge of frozen seas, the Vikings shaped vessels not just to float, but to fly. Their longships, narrow and elegant, were born from oak and ash, carved with care and whispered into shape by hands that understood wind, water, and war. These ships were not merely tools. They were spirits of wood and sail, designed to glide through silence or storm with equal grace. Unlike the heavy merchant ships of the south, Viking longships rode low and light. Their shallow keels let them slip into rivers, slide up beaches, and vanish without warning. They could travel upriver like a canoe, then emerge in open sea like a predator. When storms came, they did not resist the waves, they moved with them. The hull flexed with the rhythm of the ocean, absorbing its anger rather than breaking against it. Each plank was overlapped, like scales on a serpent, bound together by iron rivets and skill. This technique, known as clinker-built construction, gave the ship both strength and flexibility. It creaked, but it didn't crack. It bent, but it didn't break. Sailors could steer it with a single large oar, and when the wind failed, they rowed, not in frantic chaos, but in rhythmic unity, as if the vessel breathed with its crew. The sail itself was square, catching wind like a trap. But the genius was in how they trimmed it, angled with knowledge passed not through books, but through generations of watching seabirds and smoke. The mast could be lowered in rough seas, the entire ship light enough to carry over land if needed. No terrain, no tide, no storm could hold them for long. To those who first saw them appear on the horizon, dark outlines with dragon-headed prows and red-striped sails, the sight was more than frightening. It was supernatural. How could ships so quiet, so swift, come from the fog, strike with fire, and vanish before a sword was raised? The answer lay not just in the warriors, but in the craft beneath their feet. Even today, shipbuilders study these longships. Their symmetry, their balance, the way they seem to belong to both river and sea. There is wisdom carved into every curve, not from maps or mathematics, but from the living memory of the sea itself. So when we speak of Viking conquest, we must also whisper of wood and iron, of sails kissed by stormlight, of a design so perfect it barely left a wake. In the end, it was not just muscle that crossed oceans, it was the brilliance of boats that knew how not to sink.